The crisis rocking the APC is becoming prominent every day. This follows the calls for the resignation of the chairman of the party, Adams Oshomole, by some party members. And this has led many to ask, what is really going on in the APC? And what is the consequence of all of the division in the APC? That's forming the topic of our conversation right here on Root Cause. And to have this conversation right here with us in the studio, I am starting from my immediate left. He is Kennedy Ambo, who is a member of the Next Level Vanguard. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. Good afternoon.
And of course, I have in the studio Wale Martins. He is the National Publicity Secretary of the YPP. Welcome, Wale.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, so I want you to explain this to us because you are a member of the APC. All of the division that we see, Kennedy, I mean, ooh. We see the calls for Oshomole to resign, and we saw a bit of the drama that happened at the inauguration yesterday. What is going on in the APC?
Well, what's going on in APC is nothing more than what you see in any other social gathering or any organization for that matter. I believe that as a family, you're going to banter at some point, and that's what makes social gatherings and organizations very important. I know that, of course, there are a few skirmishes within the party, but I know that it's something the party can surmount. Having said that, I don't think what happened yesterday at the swearing-in of the president and the vice president was anything out of the ordinary. It was just, I think, he missed his protocols and he was corrected. And that was, I think, as far as that is concerned, that laid that to rest.
Now, bringing that in just a little bit, a lot of people kept asking, how can a former governor miss that protocol? I mean, this is something he has done severally, or at least twice as a governor, and he has witnessed at least once when President Muhammadu Buhari took his oath of office in 2015. How in the world could he have missed that lineup?
Now, when he was the governor, the position he stood yesterday was not the position he was when he was a governor. So how could he know? So I think the onus is not on him to tell himself what the protocol was. It is the responsibility of the organizers, the protocol department of the inauguration, to tell him where he ought to stand.
And that was basically what happened.
I think that we should not flog this issue. Adams Oshomole didn't goof, as far as I'm concerned. If anybody missed his steps, then I think it's the organizers, not Adams Oshomole.
You don't believe that Adams Oshomole goofed? Or do you believe he goofed?
Well, I think he goofed. Naturally, when you see somebody, former governor, not knowing his place, being the chairman of a political party, I think there's this power, that Oshomole is arrogating onto himself. And that is forgetting the fact that once you are a chairman of a political party, you are just like any other chairman of a political party. It does not confer on you any executive powers. The protocol is quite clear. He wasn't supposed to have breached the protocol. Not a man of his own caliber and vast understanding of how things work.
And I'll give you a classic example. It was I think it was Obama or Barack Obama or Donald Trump. He was ascending into his
Air Force One,
and the first thing what he did was to shake the guy, the military guy by the side,
yes,
which is out of protocol. Mm-hmm. He's been used to it. But there are times where protocol, you forget protocol. There are times
I think in making comparisons, I think in making comparisons, you have to make like-for-like comparisons. They are not actually, yes, you can't. There are, see, in everywhere you know it. Once is the president, the vice president, you have the senate president, in that order. The chairman of a political party has got no place in that gathering. There's a place
next to the vice president.
Where was it? He was before the defense chiefs.
All right.
Should know. So it is not.
He should know. He should know.
If Adams Oshomole stood there,
yes,
and the people who organized, first of all, they are supposed to have told them where to stand.
To stand.
And so if they didn't do, it's not his responsibility.
Okay, hold on. You know,
that's my take.
Hold on, please. You know, a lot of people said it. What we saw yesterday was a little bit of a picture of what has been happening in the APC, with the fact that some people have believed that Adams Oshomole has overstepped his bounds as the head or a leader of a party, APC, and he has tried very hard to infuse himself into what the executive does. Some people say this is a picture of what we have been seeing a long time ago, him trying to get into offices or positions where he's not fitted into.
You know, what traducers are going to do is to pick up issues like this and then amplify them. And I do not think that this is the first time this is happening. This is not going to be the last time this is going to happen.
All right.
But you see, the problem is when in our climb, we take everything and amplify it. And I do not think that we should play politics with everything.
Right.
Adams Oshomole knows that he's not, yes, he's the chairman of the party. He still has leaders within the party. So he would not usurp the positions of others.
Please, no. Let me just get into this engagement. So now, Adams Oshomole has witnessed how many inaugurations?
And
he would not tell me, never has it occurred, never has it happened. In the history, let's even start from 1999 up to date. It has never happened except an Adams Oshomole doing it this
and
year.
that is to get involved in the photo op with the service chief.
He should know what I'm saying. He should know better. That is what we are trying to say here. He should know better.
All right, let's talk about the.
You don't go there if you are not being ushered. You don't just go there and stand.
And that's the point. People are supposed to usher people in. So who was supposed to usher Adams Oshomole? So why are we not calling for
Adams Oshomole was not ushered to that place. He went there. Yes.
I want you to provide us evidence of Adams walking there by himself.
All right, hold on just a minute. Let's talk about the fact that Adams Oshomole, as a matter of fact, Senator Lawal Shuaibu has called for the resignation of Adams Oshomole. According to him, he blames him for the setbacks that the APC has had in the past few weeks or few months. He says his style of leadership of the party is causing that. Now, starting with you, because you're a member of the APC, what are your thoughts about Adams Oshomole stepping down or stepping aside as the national chairman of the party?
Now, let's go back to the guidelines of the party. There were two guidelines. Either you have an open system or a private system, a closed system. And based on that which any state adopts, it's supposed to be communicated to the National Working Committee. But in the case of Zamfara State, it was the chairman of the party in the state that conducted the election, which is not within the guideline. He was the same person who announced and declared the results. Now, I think that, yes, some party members made mistakes. In the overall interest of the party, I do not think that we sat down and looked at the implications. Because all the infightings, the result is that we lost 2 states.
Exactly.
We lost
and you could lose more.
State, we lost Zamfara.
And
that
you could
PDP
lose
didn't
more.
win. And so PDP just reaped where they never sowed. And
because of your own mistake.
I do not want to arrogate the blames to Oshomole alone. I believe that the governor of the state felt, in fact, he even threatened even the escorts that were sent from the national headquarters.
Abdulaziz Yari, you're talking about.
He said that they are ready for them. And I expected that somebody should have called him into account. But that didn't happen. And so I do not think that we should heap all the blames on Adams Oshomole. So I believe and I agree that Adams Oshomole has his own faults. In that, when you look at issues like this, you look at the interest of the party. And for me, where I believe that Adams Oshomole missed it is that if you look at what happened in Imo State, when the president, Adams Oshomole took a position and the president took a different position, as far as I'm concerned, it meant that there was no coherence. And Adams Oshomole is supposed to toe the line of his leader of the party, which is the president. The president said, vote whomever you want to vote. And that is the smack of democracy.
Let's talk more about the consequences of the APC division as we speak. Now, another very big election that we're seeing very soon is in the Senate and the House of Representatives. Now, the Senate is even more contested. The House of Reps seems to be more in order, but there are people who are saying with what is going on in your party, the PDP actually could take advantage of this, or maybe any other opposition party could take advantage of this and probably sweep a surprise on you in the leadership of the houses. Now, do you see that as a possibility, or do you see that the APC has this into it? It's really just a mini misunderstanding among party members.
Well, there's no smoke without fire, and whatsoever you are saying is just something that is waiting to happen. It has always been a time bomb, and it will explode at the right time. The pivot of APC is the person of President Muhammadu Buhari. You remove him out of APC, and APC will be balkanized.
The unfortunate thing is that the crisis we're having with the leadership tussle for the 9th Assembly is an offshoot of what happened in 2015.
True.
Some of us advocated then that only people who had unfledging support, people who were constant in a particular political parties that came together to form APC, should be given the responsibility. I particularly remember the leader of the party, the national leader of the party, Asiwaju, insisted that Lawal should be the Senate president then, but the president told a different line, in that he believed that, coming into the election, he was vilified by PDP that he was not a Democrat, but he needed to show to Nigerians like how much of a reformed Democrat he is. And so what he did was that he said, I'm open to anybody who emerged. And the truth of the matter is that Saraki came from the bloc of the PDP that splitted and joined the merger after the merger had been formed. But in politics, it's about who gets what, how, and when. And so it was incumbent on everybody who came to form that and gave the APC the victory to have a bite of the spoil of that 2015.
It is pretty interesting how you put that.
Yes, I'm going to say that. However, what some of us felt was that we knew that those people coming from PDP were moles, and we didn't trust them enough. And particularly, I remember I was one of the... Yes, I was one of the...
You trusted them enough to win your election, to fund your election, and to win your election.
That does not mean... See, APC was a merger, and it was a moving train that the PDP... Some people who were disgruntled from PDP, remember, Amechi, Bukola, and Kwankwaso had asked to grind with their parties. And they had to join APC because for them, that was the only place that they could have gotten anything out of the 2015.
And you accepted them.
And look at what has happened in 2019.
Mantra.
Look at what has happened in 2019. They left the APC and thinking that they were going to win. But they all lost their position.
May I say something? Here, there was something you said. You said they needed to, I put that down. They wanted to have a taste of the spoils.
Absolutely.
Of what you got. So basically, winning the election was basically you have won yourself a loot. Now let's enjoy the spoils
what democracy is and what government and power is all about.
Please let us know.
What is democracy? What is government?
So
the essence of political party is first to strive for positions, all right, to give to the people the dividends of that positions and all of that. So the chief reason for any political party, why people is here? Why did they contest election?
So it is first of all personal.
You don't drag white people into
I'm not
this.
dragging you in because you're a party man. That's
I understand, but
the essence of political party is to take up power. Chiefly, that's the reason for every political party.
But not to devise spoils.
No, you devise spoils.
No, that perception is wrong.
No, it is not.
You deliver good governance.
From the
How do you deliver good governance if you not dividing spoils?
Offices are shared.
They are not spoils.
Excuse me.
They are not.
What I just used is a military term.
Okay.
That does not connote in literal terms that we are sharing
We are in democracy, and I think this is a democratic discussion.
And I think about this, all right, hold on. The fact that we have been able to deal with corruption to a substantial
No,
scale.
All right, hold
no,
on.
please,
That's a
please.
conversation for another day. Anyways, this is a conversation that I'm sure a lot of you want to continue, especially on the comment section of this video. So give us your thoughts on what you think, especially with the division in the APC. He says it's a mini family issue, but some people look at it as a big issue. It's becoming more and more magnified before us. What are your thoughts? Should Adams Oshomole go? Should he resign as the chairman of APC and other related issues? Share with us on the comment section of this video.